In this socially disadvantaged area of East Central Berlin, incomes are low and unemployment is high. The Catholic Social Services Organization Caritas has joined with the Berlin Staatsoper to stage the French opera bouffe La Toile, or The Star, with children from this area. Under the guidance of theater instructors and social workers, 120 youngsters developed and rehearsed their own production.
Herzlich willkommen, willkommen meine Gegenwart, willkommen in mein Gebiet. Herzlich willkommen.
When I first heard about the opera project, I thought it was only going to be singing and dancing. But I found out you could also use a camera as part of the media crew, and Toby's already shown me how to work it.
Since it's a social project, we wanted to get as many kids involved as we could. So the main thing we changed was to create a second level, the stars and the planets.
Toll. Was bist du für ein Stern? Dieses fand ich total gut. Blablabla. Genau, Schulter runter. Ins Publikum gucken. Die gucken dich alle an. Du auch. Guck das Publikum an und mit deiner Faust. Bam.
Konzentriert mich dran, okay? Prima.
Ich glaube schon, dass wir hier einige Kinder
I think we have quite a few kids here who don't have easy lives. So we have to try to get the kids involved in a way that they don't feel like we're going to judge their abilities, whether they're good or bad. But rather, if they take part, they need to get something out of it. No judgments, just fun.
Keine Bewertung, sondern einfach Spaß.
What we've got to put across, even to the difficult kids, is that we accept you just as you are. As long as you make an effort to realize your own potential to us, you're the greatest.
Das ist unser König. Still, ohne durch Nacht. Man sagt, das ist unser König. Allein, umschätzt in Weihnacht.
It's definitely children's opera. They do more theater and don't sing like in a real opera.
It's true, we do lots of voice exercises and dance too. We don't just sing. I wanted to take part because I like to go on stage and because all the other kids can see what you're capable of.
Und wer den Anfang und das Ende kennt, der weiß, es geht nur darum, sind wir glücklich.
Also, ich bin eigentlich glücklich.
Well, actually, I am happy.
Naja, doch, mein Papa.
Well, there's my dad.
Der wohnt woanders.
He lives somewhere else because my parents separated. And whenever I think of my dad, like the last time, you know, when he was here and sat on your game.
We wanted to spend the evening playing a game with her mom, but then her dad...
Can I finish? So my dad came home drunk and then it wasn't so good. My parents started pushing each other around and then he hugged me. I always liked that.
Ist okay?
Ich glaube, dass die Kinder heute und auch hier im Viertel,
I think even in this area, kids today have all the material needs, but quite often their social skills are lacking.
Kompetenzen fehlen zum Teil schon. Und Werte wie
But values such as discipline, staying power, physical grace, and self-perception too, they're all basics in opera.
Und auch eine Selbstwahrnehmung. Die sind
and they're also basic to social behavior and to social development as well.
Und für eine soziale Entwicklung auch.
Herzlich willkommen, willkommen meine Gegend, Mann, willkommen in mein Gebiet. Herzlich willkommen, willkommen auf der Straße, Mann, willkommen aus Berlin. Herzlich willkommen, willkommen meine Gegend, Mann, willkommen in mein Gebiet. Herzlich willkommen.
Das ist die Schule.
This is the Hermann Gemeiner Primary School where I go. The kids aren't always nice. They clobber the other kids and call them names. Often they can really get you mad. I insult the other kids too and beat them up.
How was your day? You were in the library?
Es hat sich nun stetig verändert.
It's been changing continuously these past few years. There's a certain poverty, but what I've noticed in particular is that the emotional poverty has gotten worse in this area. Parents don't have any time, or they're stressed, or they just don't have the strength to deal with their children.
Sich mit ihren Kindern zu beschäftigen.
Wir merken auch, dass viele Kinder
We've also noticed that many of the children are disinhibited. That is, they use the instructors to get warmth and affection. And in a project like this, it takes up a lot more time to deal with these children than it would with middle-class kids, who often get lots of support for their participation from home. But this is also an opportunity for the children from both sides to make contact and get to know one another.
Und beide Seiten müssen sich aufeinander zubewegen.
Ja, 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 ja. Ja, 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 ja. Ganz locker. Ja, 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 ja. Ja, 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 ja. Noch mehr als sprechen denken.
Singen ist ein großes leidenschaftliches Hobby.
Singing is a major passionate hobby of mine. I go to choir too.
Und es macht mir Spaß.
And it's a lot of fun. It's just great to own a musical instrument of your own and trill away until you drop.
Und
it's terrific. And it's fun.
Trällern bis zum geht nicht mehr, das ist klasse. Also, es macht mir Spaß.
Mal richtig sagen, ja, 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 ja.
Ja, 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 ja.
Was denkt
What's Laura thinking when she dances with Lazuli?
Also ich weiß nicht,
I don't know, she's feeling a bit insecure. She's a little in love or something.
Verliebt und so.
She's not just a little in love.
She's head over heels in love.
Das kann auch sein.
Yeah, she's head over heels in love. And she's full of joyful anticipation.
Freudige Erwartung. Das war nicht so leicht, unsere Solisten zu entdecken, weil
It wasn't that easy to select our soloists, because we decided against doing anything like a casting. Actually, we wanted to do just the opposite. So it was very important for me to get to know the kids very well, and for a long time before assigning the solo roles. First, I had to be sure the child had the voice for it, and the musical ability, and the courage for it. Is she looking more towards the floor or to the ceiling?
The ceiling.
A bit more to the horizon. I mean, you can see the sky that way too, can't you?
Alles wisst ihr über mir, aber nie unter dir.
What did you and Lena do today?
Lena and I sang and rehearsed the Star Romance. It's going pretty well, but there are still a few rough spots to smooth over.
Ganz gut, aber es sind immer noch so ein paar Lücken offen.
Genau, der bleibt unten. Okay, sehr schön.
Also oder bla bla. Ich habe keine Lust. Haben wir auch zweite Tochter?
Also, ihr seid
You're the stars in the sky. That's your role. You're the dreaming stars.
Milena,
if I were you, I wouldn't be acting up like that. Sit down like all the others and quit making such a fuss. I'd really like you all to come up with your own names. Milena, you were the catty one, right? Okay, then write down Catty Star.
Stupid cow.
No, do you know why? Because it's so negative. You're not doing yourself any favors using words like that. I don't want to hear that anymore, please. I see a talented, pretty, intelligent young girl who's acting like a baby the whole time. But maybe together we can find a way for you to believe in yourself a little more.
I think you were a little afraid we'd say we didn't want you anymore, weren't you? I want you to be a part of it, and Sarah and I want you to know that.
Okay? I have to go. Give me 5.
This is our opera house, where for 3/4 of a year now we've been trying to stage Étoile in a way that children can act and sing it. And we're very glad to have you here today to rehearse with us.
Wir freuen uns sehr, dass ihr heute hier seid, mit uns zu proben.
Inkognito, inkognito, zu groß wäre sonst das Risiko. Drum reisen wir inkognito. Zu groß wäre sonst das Risiko. Drum reisen wir inkognito.
So, das wäre eure Stelle.
Inkognito, man darf uns nicht erkennen. Bilden nie und nirgendwo den Blut der Reisenden. Inkognito, man darf uns nicht erkennen. Wir dürfen nie und nirgendwo den Grund der Reisen nennen. Wir reisen streng, wir reisen streng. Inkognito, 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 inkognito. Wir reisen streng. Inkognito, inkognito.
Ich war zuerst mal total beeindruckt.
Right off, I was totally impressed at how great she can sing and how much volume her voice has. And I thought, wow. And I've got, how should I put it, a supporting role.
She told me I was beautiful, and I told her the same. Girl talk.
So wie Mädchen.
I think it's great they're eyeing and oohing over the Staatsoper and their costumes. More and more they're realizing what this is about and what we have to pull together. That's what I want.
Ich möchte mal bitte alle Sternchen sehen, sofort! Genau.
Kann ich das anbehalten, Sachen?
Ja.
Legen wir das auch genau so an?
Es gibt noch viele Szenen,
There's loads of scenes where you all have something to say. But, hey, quiet.
Hier, du bist
You're
hier,
my assistant.
Leitfigur, ja? Na, du bist meine Assistentin.
You have to set a good example. Now be quiet.
Ja? Also, die Texte.
Okay, the text from the first scene. Take a look and see who says what.
Sei in dieser Nacht aus Übermaß Zauberkraft am Kreuze deiner Sinne.
Super gelesen.
Great read, but bigger.
Größer, weißt du, so. Ja. Okay. Sei in dieser Nacht.
Sei in dieser Nacht aus Übermaß Zauberkraft am Kreuze deiner Sinne.
Gut.
Dominostein, wenn du einen
Eigentlich fühle ich mich nur sicher.
Actually, I feel confident, but not strong. I know almost all the kids who are taking part, but there are some I don't know, so I'm still a little nervous.
Now
that you've been doing the media work for a while, interviewing others, photographing and taping people, you've learned a lot just by doing it, how to approach other people and so on. And I think you're much better at it now.
Jetzt das Ganze von vorne. Milena, rutsch ein Stück rüber. Na, einfach nur hier. Und richtig rams. Und du siehst toll aus. Kein zickiger Stern, du bist viel zu schön.
Ein zickiger Stern.
Nee,
no, I don't want you to be a catty star anymore. I want you to be a princess. That's much nicer. Be catty in real life. Here, you're a princess.
Ja? Ich bin glücklich.
I'm happy with it. It was very important for them to play in costume. They've never been that concentrated before, and they're starting to grasp what kind of dimensions we're dealing with now. I think we've come a good step closer.
Ja, super.
Alles wie die Sterne über mir, aber nie wurde dir meinen größten Wunsch mir erfüllt.
Jawohl, genau. Also das ist ein... Lass uns aber diese Stelle, das ist einfach nur, man darf nicht warten da. Man möchte irgendwie da auf irgendwas warten, weil dieser Rhythmus wechselt nach diesem... Es geht einfach weiter, ne? Das ist kein Schluss, kein Abschluss, sondern es geht noch weiter.
Mir war das sehr wichtig, dass die Kinder den Kontakt.
It was very important to me that the kids have this contact with professional musicians, that they experience them up close and not on TV or across a giant orchestra pit, but standing right there next to them. They could feel so much more, what an art it is and how strong it is and how much work goes into it.
Alles wisst ihr Sterne über mir, aber nie wolltet ihr.
In dem Rahmen dieser Möglichkeiten, die ich hier habe,
Within the limits of the resources I've got here, I try to support these kids. Marielle, for instance, is getting individual rehearsals now, which the other kids aren't, because she'll be singing solo. I think she's learnt a few things that are part of a singer's basic toolkit. She understands how to breathe properly and maybe even how to sustain a phrase. That's so nice and it's a lot of fun.
Meinen größten Wunsch mir erfüllen. Oh, petite étoile, réponds-moi.
Oh, here we are. Okay, we go.
Bravo. Great. Ja. Zu kurz.
Wir freuen uns, dass wir hier mitmachen dürfen. Das macht uns
We're happy to be taking part.
Besonders wie Sarah uns
We're having lots of fun.
Unterstützen, sodass
You give us a lot of confidence that we can do great things.
Dass wir was Großes können.
Oh, können wir etwas spielen? Ja. Was ist gut zu spielen? Ouverture. Aha, okay, gut. Spielen wir ganze Ouverture.
Okay.
Look, it's all social. The whole thing is social. But also, what you see here that's fantastic is you get this sense of a team building, and this is something that music and theatre can really do. Everybody has to work together as a group. And I think it's so important.
Has the project been of any help with the things you do at home or at school?
I'm behaving better.
Really?
At school, I'm completely different. I used to fight all the time. Before the project, I was always fighting. And since the project started, I haven't been in one single fight.
So you really have changed?
I want it to continue. I wish it'd never end. It could be that we never see each other again.
Der nächste?
I've seen that Milena is able to concentrate very hard now and stick with something for a longer time. Another aspect is that, at first, she didn't quite believe that we really did want to have her with us. And I hope and believe that we convinced her we do.
This evening is your evening. Enjoy it. Just have lots of fun. All we can say now is break a leg.
Toi, toi, toi! Wir entscheiden inkognito, man darf uns nicht erkennen. Inkognito, inkognito. Das Risiko, reisen wir inkognito. Inkognito, inkognito, nous voyageons. Inkognito, inkognito. Meinen Stuhl. Links, 2, 3, 4, links, 2, 3. Wenn ich dran drück, kommt aus dem Sitz. Sehr schön, sehr spitz, ein Stab aus Eisen. Und ab! Ich wünsche dir Hals- und Beinbruch und toi, toi, toi. Dir auch.
During the rehearsals, I noticed that Mariel's voice was much stronger than the others. It was also the special voice quality of hers that struck me at some point. And that she had the potential for an even stronger voice, that she might actually have what it takes to study classical singing one day.
Klassischen Gesang eignend.
Und es ist die Stirn.